Today on Wareham Viking News at 5, Wareham Healthcare facility is going to be closing in July. Where are all the residents relocating? An update on the Santoro's indefinite closure and a new COVID report leaves Wareham still in the red for this week. Find out everything about this and more coming up at 5 o'clock.
Live from the WCTV studios in Wareham, this is Wareham Viking News.
Wareham Viking News at 5 starts right now.
Hello everyone and welcome to Wareham Viking News. Thanks for being with us today on our live news show. I'm your host Indiana Troop, and remember to join us Wednesdays at 5 p.m., Thursdays at 9 a.m. or on YouTube later tonight for our news broadcasts. Thank you for devoting your time to us this evening. And with that, I have a couple things. You might notice I'm wearing a Columbia sweatshirt, and that's because May 1st is National College Decision Day for our seniors. So make sure to get those decisions. I know it's tough, but I'm confident all of you will make the right decision. I still have 2 years to go, but I'm still rocking the Columbia sweatshirt because I love Columbia. And you're hearing a lot of me this week, but I'm behind the desk and back and ready to give you this week's news. So let's get right into it. Now, for the weekly COVID-19 update, everyone's favorite segment, Wareham remained in the red this week, seeing an increase of about 64 new cases. Wareham now has a daily incidence rate of 31.9 cases per 100,000 people. Increasing from last report, there were about 7.34 new cases per day over the course of the last 2 weeks, increasing from last week's 6.33 new cases each day. Wareham has been classified as in the red risk category since April 8th. There have been 1,619 COVID cases in Wareham since the beginning of the pandemic. In terms of vaccines, everyone over 16 is now eligible to receive the vaccination. South Coast Health has been administering vaccines at the Gleason Family YMCA. This vaccine supply is decided by the state, so we're unsure of how long vaccinations will be administered here. Those interested in scheduling a vaccination appointment can do so through their MyChart account or southcoast.org. They can also find appointments through other providers like vaxfinder.mass.gov. There's also a hotline for senior residents hosted by Wareham's Council on Aging that you can contact by dialing 508-291-3100. This past Saturday, WCTV hosted a candidates night to allow all the candidates in the upcoming town election to speak about their platform for running. Candidates for sewer commissioner, school committee, and board of selectmen showed up to answer various questions submitted by the public and also give statements of their own. The event was hosted by myself, Indiana Troop, and it was an honor to be able to meet the candidates and discuss some of the town's pressing issues with them. Although we encountered a couple of technical glitches, which are quite common these days in these COVID times, the show continued on and all candidates had a chance to speak. Candidates for sewer commissioner included Sandy Slavin and James Gibberti, who both are running uncontested. They both spoke about how the sewer commission has several challenges or tasks ahead of them as the sewer system is aging and having trouble with capacity limits. They both gave various solutions and ideas to fix the problem and both pledged to advocate for our citizens to fix the problems. School committee candidates included Jeff Sweat, April Rossi, and Brennan McKiernan. They all wanted to help the schools recover after the COVID-19 crisis and make sure that students are the focal point of the decisions made by the committee. They all say they will work tirelessly to build up our school system as much as possible, and the Board of Selectmen candidates included Alan Slavin, Glenn Lawrence, and write-in candidate Patricia Wirtz. The three of them all had different backgrounds and also came with different approaches to issues and different matters that are happening within the town. However, they all agreed that they want to build back and restore old or worn down parts of town to their former glory as a first resort for economic growth rather than expanding to areas zoned for other uses. You can watch my entire discussion with the candidates on WCTV's YouTube channel at youtube.com/WarehamTV. And for those of you that follow local politics, right now is an exciting time. That candidates night was in lieu of the 8 spots that will be voted on in the town election on May 4th. Residents of precincts 1 and 6 will be able to cast their votes at the polling station in the Town Hall Auditorium at 54 Marion Road. Residents of precinct 2 and 3 will cast their votes at Ethel E. Hammond School at 13 Highland Ave. Residents of precincts 4 and 5 will vote at the polling place at Redmond Hall, located at 745 Main Street. Social distancing, masks, and other public health and safety protocols will be followed at the polling places. Frequently used items will be regularly cleaned and sanitized, and the floor will be marked at 6-foot intervals to aid on social distancing. The options also available for residents to vote in person before the election day. They can do this by contacting the town clerk's office at 508-291-3140 to make an appointment. Early voting will be held during the normal town hall hours from April 19th until noon on May 3rd. Town hall is open on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 8:15 a.m. until 6 p.m. It's open on Tuesday from 8:15 a.m. until 6:30 p.m. It's closed on Friday. Residents will be voting on 1 3-year selectman seat, 2 3-year assessor positions, 2 3-year school committee positions, 1 3-year deputy moderator position, and 2 3-year seats as sewer commissioner. Well, folks, it's time for a quick commercial break, but don't go away. When we come back, a bustling update on the busy world of sports amid the pandemic, as well as this week's weather report. All of this and more after the break. Stay with us.
Hey, do you have Viking pride?
Of course I have Viking pride.
Viking pride?
You already know I have that.
Of course I do. Viking!
Gotta believe.
Go Wareham! Go Vikings, bro. Viking pride.
Who doesn't have Viking pride?
Hey, do you have Viking pride?
Of course I have Viking pride.
Viking pride?
You already know I have that.
Of course I do. Viking!
Gotta believe.
Runner there, Michael Bush, the pitch home. Fastball swung on and missed, and the Gatemen win their 8th title and won for the first time since 2012. The Wareham Gatemen are kings of the Cape Cod Baseball League. A strikeout for Zach Hart, and the Gatemen win it.
Super excited for those Gatemen to come back. Well, welcome back to Wareham Viking News. I'm your host, Indiana Troop, and thank you for sticking with us on this wonderful spring evening. Right off the bat, we have a very special weekly weather report for you with our very own weatherman, Alex Burdick. Alex, tell us how this week's looking. Let's go to Alex.
Thank you, Indy. This past week sure has felt like spring. Let's talk about yesterday first. Yesterday was partly cloudy and had a high of 66 and a low of 46. There was also a humidity of 32%. Today is cloudy and we have a high of 65 with a low of 49. We also have 9-mile-per-hour winds. Tomorrow looks like there will be showers, and there will be a high of 65 and a low of 51. Now, let's look at the rest of the 7-day forecast. The day after tomorrow, Friday, looks like it will have rain early in the day with about half an inch There will be a high of 66 and a low of 47, with winds up to 17 miles per hour. Saturday is back to partly cloudy days with a high of 59 and a low of 42. There will also be winds up to 17 miles per hour. Sunday will be mostly sunny with a high of 62 and a low of 45. The humidity will be at 45%. Monday will be partly cloudy with a high of 64 and a low of 50. The humidity will be at 57% with the wind at 15 miles per hour during the day. Tuesday will be mostly cloudy with a high of 67 and a low of 50. The humidity will be at 61% and winds at 13 miles per hour during the day. Finally, Wednesday will be a partly cloudy day. There will be a high of 66 and a low of 47 with the humidity at 62% and winds at 13 miles per hour during the day. There will be rain during the night. The week following looks like it will have temps in the low 60s and plenty of rain. Traffic outside will be probably the same with rush hour traffic on Cranberry Highway and going into and from the Cape. Your trivia question for the week is, what object commonly appears in Picasso's paintings? Is it A, guitars, B, pianos, C, skulls, or D, trees?
Bananas!
And the correct answer is A, guitars. I'm Alexander Bird, and this is your Viking News Weather Report. Back to you, Indy.
Thank you, Alex. Now we have a new segment. I'm not going to delay it. Let's go right over to Bella with some announcements. Bella?
Hello, it's me, Isabella, and welcome to our brand new segment, WHS Announcements. DECA is hosting 2 upcoming fundraising events. A dinner and auction will happen on May 23rd, and a fashion show will happen on May 13th. To find out more about these events or how to purchase tickets, you can go to www.warehamdeca.com. 10th graders will be taking English MCAS this coming Monday and Tuesday. Wish the 10th graders the best of luck on their test. The junior class is selling decal stickers as a fundraiser for all the sports, drama, Key Club, and JROTC. To purchase a sticker, you can go to our class's Google Classroom for the order link. If you have any announcements you'd like read on our show, you can email them to wctvadmin@wareham.k12.ma.us. Now over to Laura with sports.
This is Laura Clemens back with your Wareham Viking News Sports Report. It's been a while, so let's dive right in. Boys soccer unfortunately recorded a loss in double overtime this past Monday against Seekonk. The score was 2-1. Girls soccer lost 3-0 this past Saturday. Both the boys and girls track teams competed in SCC Champs Monday night. We applaud all competitors for their efforts throughout the season, especially during a tough championship meet. Varsity field hockey, also on Monday night, lost a close game to Case. The score was 2-0. Junior varsity lost 1-0. This summer season of the Cape Cod Baseball League is scheduled to begin on June 20th, 2021. This date kicks off a 40-game schedule. Finally, in international sports news, the Tokyo Summer Olympics are scheduled to start on Friday, July 23rd, 2021. Now back to you, Indiana.
Well, thank you very much, Laura and Alex, for those great reports. Now, it's time for us to take another short break, but you'll want to be here when we come back. We have more to share, like an update on Santoro's indefinite closure. Also, if you're a Wareham High School student watching this during advisory, you're watching a shortened version of our broadcast, just the first half, but that's okay. You can watch the full version of our show at Wareham TV on YouTube. You can also read about news going on in Wareham and our school by going to www.warehamvikingnews. And for everyone else watching, we have tons more news right after this short break. See you then.
Congratulations, graduates.
People in Massachusetts are asking what they can do to help stop the spread of the virus. Our response? Answer the call.
Hello? Thanks for calling. I've been worried.
Thanks. Now I know what to do.
Through what's called contact tracing, the MA COVID team will be reaching out to everyone who's tested positive for coronavirus or who has been exposed. Look out for area codes 833 or 857 and answer the call to keep your community safe. Visit mass.gov/MA tracing team.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Well, sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties there. Sorry about that, but we're back. So hello everyone and welcome. Well, welcome back to Wareham Viking News. I'm your host, Indiana Troop. Thank you for joining us this evening, and without further ado, let's get right back to your local news. The Wareham Healthcare Facility at 50 Indian Neck Road will be closing in 4 months, prompted to close on July 28th. The facility functions as a 175-bed nursing home run by Next Step Healthcare. The facility is closing due to the refusal of the landlord to renew the lease to the building or sell the building to Next Step Healthcare. A mandate to increase staffing without financial support from Medicaid has also been listed as the reason for the closure. All residents of the nursing home will have to be relocated before the closure in July, a situation that Next Step Healthcare has been taking steps to solve. They are attempting to find adequate replacement facilities for their residents. There are currently 23 healthcare facilities in Wareham's vicinity. Wareham Healthcare will also provide counseling to psychologically prepare residents for their relocation. Employees of the facility will also have the option to be relocated to one of the nearby affiliated locations, as Next Step operates healthcare facilities in Plymouth, Middleborough, and Fall River. Well, we know that Santoros was recently closed indefinitely due to a personal decision of John Logakis, son of one of the owners of Santoros, Kostas Logakis. Through a Facebook post last week, Logakis said that the pizza parlor would be closed for the indefinite future so that he could spend time with his father, Kostas, who was recently diagnosed with cancer back in January. John Logakis assured the community that they would reopen at some point in the future, roughly a month or so after the closing. They closed on Sunday, April 11th, after giving away free large pizzas to anyone who walked in until supplies ran out. Wish I knew about that. We've received sad news that Kostas Logakis passed away last Monday from a depressing announcement from John. In his announcement, he said, "In these few months, I got to meet a lot of you who are dealing with or who dealt the same cards as my father. It's a tough hand to play. I will always feel connected to you, and if anyone needs help, please reach out. Always love your parents. You'll never know how fast they go." Kostas Lagakis was 66 years old. We wish the best to his family during this difficult time. Gilda Stone Rooster, a restaurant on Route 6 near the Wareham line, is seeking to be reopened with new management. New owners John Mello and Joe Soro purchased the building from the old owner Gilda Downey, who opened the restaurant in 1979 with her late husband Paul Downey. Soro is the owner of the Gateway Tavern in Wareham as well as the Stowaway Mattapoisett. Mello owns the Rose Alley Ale House in New Bedford. The two restaurateurs plan to reconstruct the Stone Rooster to its former glory, previously being a bar hub for jazz music. They also want to bring food to the bar, something that was not previously offered at the spot. They've shared that there are multiple things that they need to address at the building, but obtaining an alcohol license would be a powerful first step for reworking the business. They've also shared that although they're unsure when they'll be open for business, they would love to be open for the summertime following the obtaining of their alcohol license. There will be a public hearing regarding the liquor licenses for the Stone Rooster, which is moved to May 4th at 4:45 p.m. On-set beach passes for seniors, residents, and non-residents are now on sale, as well as Tempest Knob boat permits. Non-resident beach passes allow parking at Swift's Beach and on-set boat ramp costing $50 each. Resident beach passes allow parking at Swift's Beach, Little Harbor, Swift's Neck, all along South Boulevard and Shell Point costing $15 each. And senior passes cost about $5 each and have the same conditions. Passes are available for purchase online at the same place that the transfer station stickers and the shellfish permits are sold. They can also be purchased in person at the Department of Natural Resources by appointment. Anyone with parking questions can call 508-209-1222 or email dnr@wareham.ma.us. You can also purchase passes by mail by sending a self-addressed stamped envelope with a check for the amount, as well as a copy of the vehicle's registration and driver's license. Included in the envelope should be a note stating that you wish to purchase, sent to Wareham DNR at 54 Marion Road, Wareham, Mass. 02571. Get comfortable because it's time for us to take another short break. But before we take our short break, I want to take this time to thank Not Your Average Antiques, an antique shop on Cranberry Highway, for donating the props you see behind me. We have some really cool props here I was noticing. My favorite right now is the old style microphone, but I don't know. Let us know what your favorite is because there's some really cool props on the set thanks to Not Your Average Antiques. But you won't want to miss what's coming up next since we have an informative Word of the Week report as well as some information on local baseball signups. Stay tuned because all of this and more is coming up after the break.
Hello? Yeah, I can come in. No, I was awake. Mm-hmm. Cool.
Welcome to the brand new Wareham Viking News website where you'll find news, sports, and more. Here's how to navigate our website. You'll begin by loading onto our homepage. At the top, you'll see some pictures, and right below, you can subscribe to our blog to get constant updates when we post articles. You can also search the blog for specific news reports that you're looking for. This will target keywords in each article to help you find the one you're looking for. Down here, you can click any of the articles that you would like to read. We have all our articles down here, and you can also click more posts to see even more. You can contact us down here with tips for news reports and also organize which news reports we've done by category. So say you want to read our sports reports, you can hit sports and read all the sports reports we have. And that is how to navigate our website.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
All right, and welcome back, everyone. Well, one more thing to share with you here before we get into some last news. If you have any news you'd like shared on our show, we'd love to read it for you here. You can email me at indiana.warehamtv@gmail.com and email me with tips, story ideas, or whatever you'd like to see on the show, because we're also looking to start doing some interviews. The previous host of our news show here was great with the interviews, and we want to keep sharing your stories and the stories of people in town. So feel free to reach out if you have a story you want shared. Well, welcome back to Wareham Viking News, your favorite local news show. I'm your host, Indiana Troop. Thanks for sticking it out with us. We have more to share, so let's get started. The American Legion Baseball League is hosting a tryout on Sunday, May 2nd for the upcoming season. This season is planned to run from late June to mid-August 2021. The tryouts will be held at the Dexter Lane Field in Rochester at 5 o'clock p.m. and will be put on by the Massachusetts Department of American Legion Baseball and District 10 Baseball. Anyone with questions is encouraged to contact by email Keith Delgado at keith@gatewaybaseballinc.com, Mike Messina at mike@gatewaybaseballinc.com, or Gary Gallagher at gary@gatewaybaseballinc.com. Ooh, that's a mouthful. Okay. Well, everyone, welcome back to this week's Word of the Week. This week's Word of the Week is persevering. To be persevering is continuing in a course of action despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. Emma chose that as this week's Word of the Week, as we are all in the home stretch, and I know you can all make it to the end of the year. Remember, you're persevering and you got this. Thank you very much, and stay tuned for next week's Word of the Week. Great job, everyone, but it is time for us to go to keep up on all current events, Wareham news, and happenings throughout the week. Visit www.warehamvikingnews.com and like us on Facebook at Wareham Viking News. Make sure to continue to tune in Wednesday evenings for our live broadcast at 5 p.m., on Thursdays for our rebroadcast at 9 a.m., or on YouTube later tonight right here on WCTV for your best source of news, sports, weather, traffic, and more. Thanks for being with us, and until next time, Wareham, goodbye. Thanks for letting me host tonight, and stay safe.